Xbox Game of the Years throughout the years. So this is the segment where we go back through since the beginning of time, Xbox time, and we pick our Game of the Year for each year. And we're currently up to 2008. And going through the list, I don't know about you lads. Well, I do know about you lads because I can see what you picked.
This segment here could take a fucking week.
This was quite the choice to choose from this week.
In fairness, it's just repetition throughout the whole list.
Yeah, basically, yeah. So we'll just go through. Ian, tell me about your Game of the Year for 2008 on Xbox, please.
If you come off mute, it helps.
Yeah, that might help.
That would help. Sorry.
Generally.
My Game of the Year for 2008 has to be between. Fortunately, I've got two, so I can't decide. So Fallout 3 and GTA 4. Hey, cousin, you want to go bowling?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can't fault these two, can you, surely?
I mean, the two of them made my list as well because just different class.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they're the peak of game that when you first start, wow, games are getting good now.
yeah. I mean, especially for me, like GTA 4, which I'm assuming is what you said because my headphones fell out. It's fucking brilliant. What I remember just exploring that world and using like what do they call it? The Euphoria physics engine, just like driving into people, seeing their react, knocking them downstairs, shooting people off buildings, and what a fucking world!
You go too fast and you fly through the windscreen.
Yeah, what a lively world. GTA 5 is obviously by and large a better game, but I still highly remember GTA 4 for being just fucking tremendous place to live in.
4's better with the physics and things like that, and like shooting the water or certain stuff like that. The way that you interact with the world, 4's better than 5 in my opinion.
So Ian, as I said, my headphones did fall out. Did you give them an order, or have you picked one over the other?
No, I can't. You can't pick them. They're both two different games, obviously, but they're so iconically brilliant. I can't pick between. I'm not going to pick.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, no, I won't pick.
Don't make me pick. Don't make me pick. I can't choose. I love them equally. Yeah, so a couple of great games. Graham, I imagine you've sort of gone down the same route looking at your answer here.
I have. I made my choice. Fallout 3. I was a massive fan of Fallout 1 and 2, like the isometric ones on the PC series. And for it to come into this world, into a 3D kind of adventure for it, I thought it can only be a win. And oh yeah, it was a massive win. And it's just you just never seen anything quite like it. And it just kept, everything that made 1 and 2 good, like the awesome storyline, the kind of the eerie kind of feeling around it because you're in a post-apocalyptic place. And
that's some of the better DLCs as well, didn't they?
Yeah, the pit was awesome.
And keeping in the VATS was the kind of the best bit, and the bit that made it quirky for 1 and 2. The fact you could just pinpoint and you got a percentage of how accurate you're going to be, and you could just shoot to disarm, or you could just shoot them in the nuts.
Yeah,
and they just kept it in. You could just blast and snipe people in the nuts, and sometimes that's what you need to do.
Some of the characters that were in it as well, like obviously you got Three Dog on the radio.
Three Dog. Ow!
The companions that you got as well. I think it was Jake had said it as well that it's been eclipsed by the next two in the series, but it was just for like coming to the console with that. It was just like boom, there you go. And
to
it was
be fair, you couldn't not get better companions than the 1 and 2 because 1 and 2 had to invent a patch to stop the fuckers from blocking you out in buildings.
Yeah.
Because you literally you got stuck. You either had to kill them or reload at an earlier save because those fuckers would not move. And so until they put in a patch, so you could click on them and they move their fat ass out the way.
I mean,
So I mean, Fallout 3. I'm kind of piggybacking off of you because I was going to pick all the same games, but I'm going to mix it up just for variety's sake. Yeah, Fallout 3 is the only one I really liked in the series. Shout out, Ross. But yeah, I thought it was fucking brilliant. I loved exploring the capital wasteland and meeting. What was the big super mutant you get on your side?
Fox.
No, Fox. Yeah.
Fox.
Yeah. I loved him. He was fucking brilliant.
I plucked that out of nowhere.
Fox, because who was it that was in? Not that Jay's going to be any use. Who was it in New Vegas that was the what were they called when the super mutants got stealth boy addiction? the night something.
Oh.
They turned purple instead.
Yeah, no, I can't
Oh,
think.
yeah,
She was the garden. Lily? Is it Lily?
Were the companions in Fallout New Vegas?
Yeah, I'm sure it was Lily.
Not Night Stalker or something, is it?
I can't remember. It was something like that. Yeah, basically.
There was Lily, and there was Lily, but
Yeah.
I can't remember the Night Kin or something like that.
It was something like that, yeah. And when they got addicted to using stealth boys.
But anyway, Fallout 3, good game. Well, the only reason I played it was because of Oblivion, because obviously it was the same developer, same style, and I fucking love Oblivion. Obviously, that's the better game over the two, but Fallout 3 is great anyway.
Awesome.
What?
I was waiting for Ross to pipe up.
I'm not sinking to your level.
Right, Ross, well, why don't you tell us all about what your favourite game of the year is then?
So, based on the quality of the list, I have those two on the ones that I put, but I'll go for one that's not appeared on anybody else's list, Fable 2. The best one in the series, the one that was just fucking incredible in storyline. I sunk so many hours in that game playing like every variety of playthrough that you could possibly do. Good guy, bad guy, male character, female character, using only magic, using your sword, because what was it? You had your magic, your
Strength and the green one.
yeah,
The dog.
Which forever, what other one? I can't remember what it was. Voice actor.
Oh, it's like stealth, wasn't it? Like
That's what it was. Yeah.
Right.
Voice actor in that game were incredible. Some of the names that were attached to it was just fantastic. The whole storyline, it's the characters that were in it. So obviously you had your heroes, either the boy or girl, and you started your little sister. You had one of the best characters in the series, Garth, with his like badass fucking attitude, and nobody wanted to mess with him. It was just, even the art style, I loved how it looked. I loved Albion on a whole. I loved the whole story with the Spire, everything to do with it. It was just different class, and fingers crossed Playground can bring out the next one as good as the second one.
Yeah, that's going to be the standard bearer, really.
Yeah, like so 3's good, 1 was good, but 2 is like, that's what they need to aim for.
Two was one that I remember when I was working at the pub, one of the girls there, she didn't play games at all, but she had her brother, I think, had an Xbox, and they had Fable 2. And after she started playing it, every day she'd come and go, I got to this bit of Fable 2. I love Fable 2, it's so good. And she played it all the way through, I think, over the course of about 8 months, but she fucking loved it. That's the only game I think she ever played.
There we go.
Yeah, great game. Great, you were quite a big fan of Fable 2 as well.
I did love the Fable series. Two is amazing. It's kind of on par with 1 for me, because obviously 2 doesn't exist without 1.
Yeah.
But it's just, once you knew what 1 was all about, to make it better, it was an achievement. For 2 to go that next level, yeah, it was awesome. You said the voice actors they bring into it just always kind of help. I'm not sure if that had Zoe Wanamaker in that one as well. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the I've always forgotten her name.
But then
Teresa,
like the narrator.
the one with the can't see eye, the one that's at the start of the game where you press it, it's like, and now the story begins. Boom.
Yeah.
But it's just like looking through the if you look through the voice actors, obviously you had like Zoe Wanamaker, Stephen Fry was in it as well.
Yeah.
The list goes on and on of just amazing voice actors. Nolan North was in it as well. He was the male hero.
No, North.
Yes.
Uncharted's Nathan Drake.
There was the one.
Whoa.
So, but just an amazing. The quality of that was just unbelievable.
Nice. Yeah, great game. We've had some right crackers so far. We had Fallout, GTA, Fable 2. Dan, if Dan was here, what did Dan pick? Let me have a quick look.
Dan had another one on my list, Gears 2.
Gears of War 2 and Left 4 Dead, which again both were going to be on my list. I got to shut it down. We can't all have the same games. Left 4 Dead were great. Gears of War 2 was great.
Left 4 Dead was dreadful. No, don't even give it any love.
Oh, Ian, shut up. I haven't got a witty retort. Just shut up.
Because you know it's true. That's why.
Love it. Bring back Left 4 Dead. Give us more Left 4 Dead. Anyway, my actual pick though is Dead Space.
Oh, I thought you'd gone the second one. Second one can't be counted, then, can it?
No. We
got to wait.
Again, it was a tremendous list of titles. I had so many games that I wrote down just to sort of jog the memory. But yeah, Dead Space was awesome. That survival horror feeling, being stuck on Ishimura, having those what they call necromorphs, don't they?
Yeah, necromorphs.
Fucking bursting out the vents and out of the dark and through the steam and crawling along when he shot their legs off, and fucking tremendous. And then the 0G bits where you're floating around, you can't really hear anything, and all of a sudden out of nowhere you get and what the fuck? Then one of those little baby ones with the tentacles firing the shots at you. Like, fuck off, leave me alone. And yeah, just obviously the remake's coming out next January, but even looking at the old one, the way it sort of felt like real visceral, like when Isaac got killed and he'd just like be ripped into two or crushed into a small pile, and it was like, that is brutal. Let's do it again, please. I fucking love the original Dead Space, as I think we've all made note of over the several months. 2 was good. 3, well, we might as well pretend it doesn't exist, but the first one is still fucking top-notch horror.
I really don't understand how they managed to fuck up the third one as much.
I can tell you in one simple motion. Money, 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 money.
Well, yeah, but...
that's all it took. But the original Dead Space. And also, as I was looking down the list of games coming out, not an Xbox game, unfortunately, but I didn't realize that this was the year that Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Power Battle Cars come out. So I had to give that a quick shout out because that would be my favorite game on the PlayStation for that year as well. Fantastic game. We got some community answers. So fellow Xbox Tavern contributor Jake chose Fallout 3. Surprising literally no one. Special guest Pete chose GTA 4. Also surprising no one. And Graham, sorry, Graham. Graham, not this Graham, other Graham, chose Gears of War 2. So again, not much variety in the answers. But considering how many great games there were that year, we had a lot to choose from. So, excellent. Thank you very much. So next week will be 2009.